Hey, Being at Work listeners, welcome back to a new week, July 21st. Can we all just take a collective deep breath? Life has been a lot. I suspect you can relate to that. So isn't it interesting that last week I spent the entire week of Daily Doses last week talking about the idea that challenge is the portal. Any challenge is an invitation, an entry point, a growth prompt. And I actually think the bigger the challenge, the more growth opportunity. If we have the courage to pause and respond differently than our default responses, those automatic patterns. So it's interesting that I've been talking about this because life is giving me so many opportunities to step into the invitation. So this week I want to talk about if challenge is an invitation or a portal, what's on the other side? And I knew that this was my focus for the week. So look at life giving me personal experiences to highlight stepping through that portal and how hard and beautiful that is. Like, that's the place I'm sitting this morning. This feeling of like, fuck, that's hard and that sucks. And wow, that is really beautiful all at the same time. So this past weekend, I had a series of tough conversations with my partner. All kinds of challenges were popping up. And because I'm working to stay in the challenge, to see it as a gift and respond differently than I have historically, I ended up sharing with him a lot of hard truths that I did not want to speak out loud to someone I love deeply. I took a breath. I said the thing with as much clarity and truth as I could muster in the midst of a challenging moment. And immediately I felt something shift. I felt some peace. I felt better. But unfortunately, he did not, because now he had to deal with my hard truth. And so he felt confused and I suspect angry. But as he and I have talked about, his response is his response. And that's for him to sort through. And my stuff is my stuff to sort through. And I am, and he is, and we are together. Leaders, this is the work. Facing the discomfort head on, walking through the portal is so hard. When we choose honesty over ease, we create alignment inside of ourselves, and we owe that to ourselves and to our people. As hard as it may be, peace lives there. And when we're aligned and peaceful, we show up differently for ourselves and for others. Not only did I feel more grounded in sharing some hard truths, but the space opened up between us, because truth always builds trust, first with myself and then with my people. So what's on the other side of challenge? What happens if we pause and are brave enough to step into the invitation? My experience is on the other side is peace, is trust, is alignment, and freedom. At least that was my experience this weekend when I accepted the invitation to respond rather than react. So the rest of this week, I'm going to be sharing more about trust, alignment, and freedom, because that has been my experience. And I'm sharing in the hope that that will be your experience as well. And perhaps you'll be inspired to step through the challenge, to say the hard thing. So what truth have you been avoiding? And what would be possible for you in your relationships if you spoke it? Today, name one place where you aren't fully aligned. Start small, but start telling the truth. You deserve that. What a great way to take care of yourself and ultimately each other.